Right, so this listener emailed in before. He was sleeping with a girl at work, and then he met another one. He was getting abuse. So he says, "Thank you for the advice. I found a new job, so my situation is nearly over and done with. Hopefully, you'd like to know." I mean, it would have been easier if you were able to stay at your own job, but you know what I mean.
Best option, yeah.
Yeah, get away from it. The story of the Arctic roll did make me laugh, Dan. You are a strange breed of man. You didn't know about this, Jim, did you?
No.
So one night, I couldn't be bothered to make any food, so I was going through my fridge and I found an Arctic roll.
What's an Arctic roll?
Oh my god, I thought Jim would know.
There we go. Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
So it's a old dessert that's like a Swiss roll with ice cream in it. So your grandparents would probably have eaten it, but I basically took that, put it on a plate, and just sat in my kitchen, and ate it for my dinner. So, and I was like, if someone walked past and looked at me, they thought I was going to hang myself. Like, that's my last meal.
It's like that guy eating a dinner over the sink, just fucking.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I even pulled the bench from the dining room table into the kitchen and just sat at the counter. I do have a Google thing set up, so I was watching telly. I wasn't just staring at the wall. I was actually watching something. Not that anyone can see that.
That's one of many situations that has happened during the podcast where Dan's air frying random things that don't go together and just eating it as a dinner.
The Arctic roll, that sounds like one of those, you know, when you're growing up and your family ain't got money and you eat these like piss poor desserts. It's like
it's a pound.
And then you tell other people, like I'll tell other people about desserts and I've never heard of that, Jim, because parents have money. It sounds like one of those, the Arctic roll. Like.
Basically, yeah. Yeah, it cost me £1. Fucking blinding though. Not very big either. Anyway, we'll move on. Yes, I am a strange breed of man, but you know, some people love me. So he says, so just have a question for you guys. I have some old school friends trying to organise a reunion, and I'm not really that interested in going, as I'm still in contact with the people that I liked, and everyone else I lost contact with is for a reason. But on the other hand, I'm curious to see if there are any girls who have gotten hot over the years. Is it super shallow for me to only want to go for that reason? No.
It's fine.
If you're a single man, that's more than enough reason to go, I feel.
And it's less work as well because they already know you. And unless you were like shit in school, and then they're going to be like, oh, there's that guy that... Do you remember we had that guy at school that got a boner in swimming class? And everyone took the piss out of him.
No.
I don't. Oh, I'm going to say his name because Johnny Stowe. Do you remember Johnny Stowe?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, because everyone was like, oh, we can see you when you're doing the backstroke, Johnny.
Yeah, you got a stress boner.
A stress boner. Can you imagine that's a thing where he's in a high pressure job? It's like, oh, he must be under pressure. He's got a massive erection again.
At least it is massive, and as he's like smuggling a peanut. You know what I mean?
Because I remember he used to do drama plays and stuff, and he came to his science class. He had mascara on from a play. And he was waiting for someone to say something, and our friend Tom went, "Hey, Johnny, I think you forgot your foundation, mate." He fucking lost it.
Poor Johnny. On a sadder note, the last thing I heard about him was he was trying to throw himself off a bridge.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
No,
we made jokes saying, huh?
He was living in Wales, so I mean, it's not really a surprise, is it?
He was living in Wales. Yeah, he used to... He used to propose to everyone he met. Like every girlfriend he had, even after a week, he'd propose to him. He had like a fucking stand-along ring that he would give him.
I know some guys like that.
Yeah, when we found out he was going to jump off a bridge, I was like, oh, well, the honeymoon didn't go very well, did it? Poor guy.
But this guy had the thing, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, like, as long as you're not being rude to the other people, like guys are coming up to you and you're like, oh, hey, and you're like, oh, hey, John, unless you've grown tits, I don't want to talk to you, and just going for the girls. Like, just, just show up, make small talk, and,
Everyone goes to reunions for shallow reasons. They want to know if they're better than their people. They want to know if they look better. They want to know if they're... You know what I mean? No one actually goes to be like, oh, I miss my science teacher. I really like to know if he's still alive. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, yeah. It's like with me, I wouldn't go purely down to the fact that I was such a dick to people in school that I would be like, right, I'm not going and spending 2 hours apologising to people 30 years later. It's just not going to happen.
It's like one of those addiction shows where they're sitting in a circle apologising to everyone, but it's Jamie as
You find
He's got
Arthur
pre-written
that you
notes.
used to be in school with when you were 10. You need to fucking make amends because you've got fucking mental health issues. That's not going to happen.
It's just funny going to school in Luton, because if you went to reunion 10 years on, it'd be like, all right, hands up, who's a drug dealer? You're like, oh yeah.
People be on
All of-
Zoom
all of
from
us.
prison, just putting
Yeah.
their hands up.
I'm pretty sure most of mine and Jim's school friends were either had kids or were basically drug dealers. I've told the story of Nick trying to mug us in as we were leaving town,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "Oh shit." He was like, Jim and Dan, he's like, "How you doing, guys?" And he's like, "Have you got a cigarette?" And we were like, "Yeah," and he just let us go.
Yeah,
like,
we're happy to be taxed a few cigarettes, not to get beaten up by a gang under a bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I think we had one when we were still in the UK, but we weren't invited. I'm sure Pauline was organising it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm sure she mentioned it before, but I was like, I don't want to fucking go. Half our teachers died as well. Our graphics teacher, science teacher.
I didn't realise teachers went to it as well. I thought it was just the students, but I suppose if it's school run, whatever
Yeah.
teachers are left would still go.
Everyone's
Yeah,
a
you
vet.
get them. You get them shit ones that like people try and organise in a bar, and it's like no one. No,
I think
I'm
I
not going to that.
agree with the guy that, like, I think me and Danny would both be like, the people I want to talk to, I have access to contact them, and everyone else I'm not really that bothered. And we were pretty lucky. Like, most people in our year at school were all right, nice enough. But yeah, I have no reason to go.
I'm curious about certain people. Like certain people, I thought, oh man, they'd probably make it pretty good. Just curious if they did. But then
There's
there's
certain people that don't have Facebook that you like. Do
Yeah.
they exist anymore?
Yeah.
I don't have
What's
Facebook,
going on there?
so yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
but
go,
there's a
Jim.
reason
You're
for
one
that,
of them.
Jim.
Yeah,
There's a
they're-
reason why Jim got rid of his Facebook.
they're like, last thing I heard, he was moving to Canada, and then I show up at the reunion with a giant beard and like a fur coat. Hello, I have been in the wilderness for.
When I
Wearing
went
a
over,
fucking bear's head on top of your head where you beat it to death.
that's how
Still
Jim
wet.
proposed to his missus.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I took her out in a canoe, and it's funny because when people say to my wife, like, "How did Jim propose?" and she's like, "Oh, we paddled out in a canoe to a tiny island, like you fit like 10 people on it with trees, and he proposed there." And then she's like, "Yeah, he made me work for my engagement. He made me row myself out there." I'm like, "Yeah, if you want to, you gotta row for it."
This marriage is going to take work. It's going to take work.
And so being in a
metaphor.
canoe with a diamond ring, I was absolutely shitting myself. I was going to drop
I bet
it.
you was, yeah.
Yeah, I would drop it. I'd be like, fucking, I'm making one out of a branch.
You've done well. You've done well though to make a situation out of it, because with mine, I had like a massive fuck up with the delivery of it, and Charlotte knew it was coming, and then it was like a
fuck.
weird situation where she knew I had it, and she just was like, I was like, "Should we go out now?" Then now it's arrived. She was like, "No, we're not going out now." And then I was like, "Okay." And then like
Here
half
it
an
is.
hour, 45 minutes later, I just come out with the ring and just got one knee in the flat.
Here's a ring. Do you want Domino's tonight?
You could have
It
ordered
ended up being a
Domino's,
lovely day
pushed it
after
in.
that, but
Yeah.
the panic in me during
At
that
least you
45
made
minutes was just,
a good situation out of it. I know a few people who are like, they got engaged because they were like, had an argument or something, and then they're trying to make up for it. Like, at least you're on good terms.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I just remember being in sheer panic, standing in the bathroom, looking in the mirror at myself, just be like, "Is this what's going on? Is this what you want to do? Are you doing this? Are you doing this?"
Yeah.
I was like hyping myself up.
Yeah.
I was like
You're
the
not
Dr.
even in
Dre to
public.
Eminem to myself.
Hands are sweaty, mum's spaghetti. Look like a yeti.
Fucking hell. You didn't even do it in public. Most people are panicking because they're making a scene.
I fucking
Going to
hate
the
people that
front
do it
room.
in public. like when you're at a
Arseholes.
baseball game and they're proposing, and you're just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" with
And
your
everyone's
life?
got a clap and shit
Oh
like
no!
that.
You can tell I'm the only
Arseholes.
British person there because I'm like, "Boo!"
Yeah, get the fuck out of there, you fucking dickhead.
In Britain, everyone would fucking boo you and laugh if you fucking did that.
Yeah. It'd be like in a restaurant when like the waiter drops like a glass.
Yeah,
That's what they're waiting for. You to drop
Everyone's
the ring.
woo.
Everyone's woo.
Britain is the only place where people sarcastically cheer when you drop a cutlery or a glass plates.
It's like when you go to a restaurant and there's a kid's birthday party and the fucking guy comes out in a suit. You just see everyone just going, "Yay, yeah, guys, he's having a birthday. Yeah, I want to eat my fucking calzone here. Shut up." I mean,
Put him in the corner.
That's a
Yeah.
very British
Who's that
thing
kid?
to like someone celebrating a birthday and you're upset. It's how it's disrupted your meal.
yeah, it is because the guy, my waiter, is the one in the fucking suit. That's why.
Yeah,
Dad's
he's-
sitting there.
he's
He's like,
coming
I
out
want
of
to
the
eat my
cake.
Arctic roll.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
I want to eat the Arctic roll.
He's got
Yeah,
time
after
to
they've
get
gone
in
to
that
me-
cake. I've been waiting half hour for my drink. Asked him 3 times.
After they cut to me like, "Have you got any dietary restrictions?" Like, "I'll deal with that, mate. You just get my fucking dessert. Don't you worry about that." Yeah. Anyway, so go to your reunion, man. It'd be a good fucking laugh. If anything, you get some good stories out of it, and there might be some free drinks. So
Yeah,
why the hell not? What else are you doing that night? Nothing.
wanking in
Go
the
there.
dark.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't see the shame.
To reunion videos.
Yeah. Finding the Facebook of women that you went to school with. Oh, she looks good. Oh, yeah.
Watching their stories on Instagram.
That's the best thing about shorts. You get to see it in motion. It's not just pictures nowadays. I was thinking the other day, I was like, how horrible it is for kids now that don't experience like porn magazines.
Yeah, finding them in the woods. Yeah,
Find them in the woods. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah.
And I found like, and I like bring them home and you hide them.
It's like
Yeah.
gold dust.
There's,
Yeah.
I found
That's
porn
what
in
you
the
would do.
woods.
You would go looking for it because you knew some kids were like had bought some and like hiding it.
There
Man,
must have been
those were the
some
days.
good Samaritan out there, some guy in his 20s who's like, I've got a bit of cash now. I'm going to go buy some pornos and litter them about in the woods so that kids can.
Yeah, just
I'm just
walks
a good
past
guy.
the woodland and just throws them in.
What? Because you can't. What you're gonna do now? Like, oh, I found this tablet in some bushes, and you open the tablet. Oh, well, I need a Wi-Fi signal now. Trying to get into like the local McDonald's with a found iPad to look for porn.
But there's no
doesn't work.
imagination to it anymore. It's so readily available that a lot of kids have when they grow up now they get erectile dysfunction because they're so heavily exposed to stuff when they're young that they're just not interested in
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, it's fucking
Makes a lot of
crazy.
sense.
Yeah, it's all in the mind, mate. All in the mind. But yeah, if you go to your reunion, send us an email. Do something crazy for it. Makes it on the podcast. We love that. Tip something over.